Alright, part 2. I would be tested on. Stepping out of the car and shaking my instructor's hand, I looked around, seeing the lake in the middle of what looked like a crater. Breathing in the brisk fall day, I smelled the autumn leaves. I got my gear together, slipped on my wetsuit, and wiggled my feet into my flippers. As I put on my snorkel, it stuck to my hair. It stick to my hair and yanked my. It stick to and yanked my hair like my 2-year-old sister. We waddled our way to the water, and I felt the cold water begin to conform around me. I was still comfortable thanks to my wetsuit, acting like a heated blanket in the frigid water. We all turned onto our backs and began free swimming to our starting point, a red and white buoy. The lake was still as a painting, and the only sound was the ripple in the water from our flippers. As we reached it, I placed my regulator in my mouth. I began breathing the cool, tasteless air that was attached to my back. As I signaled the okay to everyone and began my descent. The last part of my dry hair began to feel cool with water. The water now totally submerged me, and I was scuba diving. I was so ecstatic. Breathing quickly and frequently, I climbed down the white rope connected to the buoy. As the excitement began to fade away, my heart began to beat faster, and I felt heavy and began breathing even harder. We continued our descent, and the feeling only grew worse. My ears began to build up with pressure. I tried to clear them, but failed. They felt like a balloon filled to the brim with oxygen, just waiting to burst. I was frozen in the water, cold, scared, and alone. I stopped my descent, and now the algae green rope. On the now algae green rope, my instructor gave me the okay signal, but I shook my head. He pointed up, and I began swimming back to the surface. Once I emerged, I ripped out my regulator and my mask. I was still having a hard time controlling my breathing. I tried the descent again and again, but just could not do it. On my third time coming up, only my dad, who could tell what was going on, came up with me. He told me not to worry and just remember all my preparation, and he told me he was going to be with me the whole way. These words sent a wave of comfort over me. I decided to trust him and began another descent. As we reached 10 feet under, my heart began to race again. I closed my eyes and controlled my breathing. My dad gave me the okay signal, and I signaled back. As we met up with the others, I began to enjoy what I was doing. We reached the sandy bottom, and it was peaceful. The only sound was now my controlled breathing, which sounded like Darth Vader. As I swam weightless through the water, I looked up and saw the sun gleaming through the surface of the water, lighting the lake floor even at 35 feet deep. I lost track of time as we did our certification testing. We got to swim past an old bicycle and an abandoned school bus, and with some tiny minnows. Our instructor signaled that we needed to make our way back to the surface. Once we reached the shore, I unclipped my oxygen tank and other gear from my back. I began the struggle of taking off a wetsuit, the rubber sticking to me and not letting go. Once I packed up my stuff and dried off, my instructor shook my hand and told me congratulations. I was officially scuba certified. I knew that not only was I certified, but I learned how to trust my dad and overcome a fear.